All right. Looks like we have one like. Uh, hello. 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 Hi. So, let's get started. We got farther ado. Those that are on here. I am Marching Memory Cinema. We are a cinema channel. I make a lot of homemade movies. So if you're not new to this channel, which is a possibility, probably a possibility, this is a cinema channel. Hello. And what we do on this channel is a lot of it's post-apocalyptic genre, but we are currently into the fan world of Fallout fan world. So we have released our first episode of a Fallout fan series called Fallout Chosen One. I liked and subscribed. Good. Glad you did. So our Fallout fan film is called Fallout Chosen One. The Chosen One was the playable character, the protagonist from Fallout 2. Okay, Fallout 2 was the classic Fallout games. Okay, it was before we have now all Fallout games are like third person view, you know what I mean? Kind of more like 3D, where the classic Fallouts were kind of like the old Zelda games, okay? That top down face kind of strategy type of game, you know what I mean? So Fallout 2, there was a character called the Chosen One, and he was you come from like a tribal village. You're a descendant of this guy called the Vault Dweller from the first Fallout 1 game, and you go on this quest to save your village because your village is dying from a drought. And it's all in the Fallout. So if you can look it up, there's plenty of YouTube videos who the Chosen One is. Well, we're creating a fan series that's supposed to take place 16 years after the events of Fallout 2, where I play the Chosen One. And this is an interpretation. It's not part of the canon. It's not a part of the lore. While I did try to do my best to research the lore, we talked about it with the team and discussed the lore and tried to do our best not to contradict it. But our interpretation is, where is the Chosen One 16 years after the events of Fallout 2? That puts us in the year 2257, which is, by the way, pretty close to the events of when Fallout 3 happened, when I believe the Lone Wonder from Fallout 3 gets born, which I believe is 2258, or that might be the beginning of Project Parity, an estimate time. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm probably getting some of these mixed up, but it's before Fallout 3. It's way before New Vegas, and it's in a time period that's very different than yeah, I'll be right back. I need to grab something. Okay, cool. Sounds good. So it's just at a different time period, more of an earlier time period, kind of in the Fallout universe. And our story is that where the chosen one is now. He's kind of war torn. He's gone through life. If you play the Fallout 2 games or if you research it on YouTube, you can kind of get why he's war torn, why he's tired. He's like basically dealt with PTSD, that kind of stuff. That's what probably the chosen one would deal with all the stuff that he encountered in that game. Frank Corrigan and all that. Well, 16 years later, he settles down. He has a wife. They have a daughter. And that daughter gets kidnapped by a raider group called the 13 Dusters, which they hell and rain. They cause issues in Oklahoma, the Oklahoma waste, the wasteland plains of Oklahoma. The Fallout games never really explored Oklahoma. They just touch on it. There's like a letter, Vault-Tec letter. It's a rejection. They say, oh, we don't have rooms for the in the vaults here in Washington D.C., but there's some exciting locations like Oklahoma. So there's not really there's a few little things like that, but there's not much on Oklahoma. Well, our character, played by me, the chosen one, he's going to Oklahoma. He's going to the wasteland plains of Oklahoma, which is where I actually live, if you can see. And so we wanted to explore a new region, a new lore, a new area that Fallout has never explored, and it's Oklahoma. You got kind of that country vibe. You got kind of that, a funny take on sweet tea is actually going to be in the series and a joke. So the first episode is already out. You can check on my channel. You can subscribe and go into my channel. The most newest video that I have posted, not short but long form video that I have posted, is the full episode for the first episode of Fallout Chosen One, our fan series. Go ahead and check it out. It's pretty awesome. And we just released that literally today, so you can watch it. And I'm just talk about how I got that out there. Now it's out there. You can watch it, and I'm really proud of being able to get it out there finally. We put a lot of work in creating this. Our actors, voice actors, the people that were there present in person, all of them put a lot of work in creating the fan film, and it's just been the props, all the stuff. It's just been so amazing. I even had support of people mail me props for the project, which has been pretty awesome. So we're losing everybody here, which is fine. But basically, I'm gonna address what's going on next. What are we gonna do next? Now that we've got the first episode of Fallout fan film, our Fallout fan film called Fallout Chosen One. What's next? So obviously would logically do the second episode. But here's my challenge. I want the first episode, the challenge is hopefully it can get to 1,000 views. If it can get to 1,000 views, that first episode, then I'm probably going to start, I will edit and work on the second episode of our Fallout fan series. If not, I'm going to still continue with my plan. I'm going to do this in the background anyway. But if it's doesn't get that many views, I'm still going to continue on making the third episode of our other post-apocalyptic web series called Black River. Black River is not connected to Fallout. It's its own post-apocalyptic world. It takes place in this world called, it's a Southman universe, which Black River is a spinoff. So, hey, Real Rick Grimes, what's good? Okay, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. I was just talking about how it was cool that you, mailed me some stuff, by the way. You were one of the people who mailed me some awesome props. The Vim bottle from the DLC Far Harbor Fallout 4 bottle. That was so awesome. Some of the posters that we've been able to use, they appeared in the first episode. So, the first episode, we got it out there, but the plan is I'm going to switch to doing Black River series, getting the third episode. It's supposed to be a four episode mini series, and again, it's a spinoff. Southman, which it's Southman's its separate own. This is its separate own universe. It's not in Fallout, but it's still pretty cool. And I'm trying to finish that story because I'm getting close to finishing it. But if we can get 1,000 views with episode 1, then I will start working on episode 2. I'm actually tempted to just go and start working on episode 2, but I really want to start working on Black River series again. So my challenge for myself, regardless of what happens, my challenge for myself this year is to get 4 episodes out of Fallout Chosen One. Now, if you ask me how many episodes that we plan total, we plan about 8 episodes. It's a lot of episodes. I might space it out where they might be longer episodes so we can cover a lot. And the reason why it's so many episodes is going to take so long to maybe finish the series. My hope is to get it out sooner. That means like 4 episodes this year, and then in 2027 another 4 episodes total, right? And then we're finished with the series completely. And that's a decent, realistic, and that's a like a that's like a realistic perspective of, you know what I mean, stuff. Okay, y'all, I know you want the Vim quotes, and I'll send it to you free if you would pay for the shipping. I just need the Vim quotes that I have made right now. We'll talk about that later, brother, on Gmail. We'll talk about it. But anyway, so that's the plan. If I can get you 4 episodes out this year, then we can get another 4 episodes, then we would be done with the series. But I don't. Here's an analogy I like to use with editing and creating stuff. Do you want me to deliver you fast food, or do you want me to deliver you a pot, like a feast to eat on? Something that's really good quality food served at your table that took a while to create. You know what I mean? It's a fantastic feast. That's where I think it should be more of a crock pot recipe, something that takes a long time to create. So even though I would like to get the episodes out there, the key thing is if I speed it up too fast, it's going to lose its quality, and I don't want that to happen. So my goal is to try to get 4 episodes out, but I don't want to speed it up so quick that we just lose quality of the episodes, if you get what I'm saying. So that's the key thing. I got another surprise. I got another thing that I wanted to kind of mention here. And this is pretty cool. So even though you're having to wait for the second episode of Fallout Chosen One, which gonna have to start editing it, by the way. That doesn't mean that my Fallout content is gonna end. So I have in the mail coming a really awesome, and I mean a really awesome Fallout prop is coming my way. I bought it on Etsy. I'm so excited. I'm so thrilled to show it to you. And it's going to make it a really cool video, unboxing video. And kind of like what I did with Real Rick Grimes video, I'll do a similar thing where it's kind of like a cool little introduction where it's like almost within the Fallout universe, and then I unbox it and talk about it. That's what I'm probably going to do with this prop. I can't tell you what it is. I'll message you. I'll message you, Real Rick Grimes, on email, and I'll let you know what it is because I'm trying to keep it under wraps and a secret. But it is so cool. I can't wait to show you this prop. So that's coming through. And I might end up doing, when I get that prop, I might actually take that Fallout prop and make a storyline about the Chosen One doing something in his journey at one point in the timeline of his story, so that you have another extra video storyline, little in-between thing while you're waiting for the second episode. That's what I'm thinking of doing for you guys. Hello. That way, you're having more Fallout content while you're waiting for the second episodes. That's just some ideas that I'm wanting to do, but I really want to focus on getting the second episode out for you guys as soon as I can this year. My guess, and I'll throw it to the wind here, my guess is the second episode could be out as soon as sometime in summertime, like sometime during summer, that I could get that second episode out already for you guys to watch. The way I edit is I tend to edit one episode at a time, but I think I'm going to start challenging myself to try to get more stuff edited as I go, meaning like one or two episodes fully edited, and in that way you get an episode back to back. So there's a lot of strategies I could try to do. I could try to break it up where the episodes are longer. There's just different ways I could try to do this. But I'm so glad I was able to get that out for you guys to watch. Again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go to the channel, get on there. The latest video that we released, not shorts, but long form video I've released, is the first episode of our Fallout fan series, Fallout Chosen One. So get to watch that. Obviously, the story continues. He's still looking for his daughter in the wastelands of Oklahoma. The story is going to continue with him waking up in the morning, and it's going to be pretty cool. And I'm gonna go ahead and give a little preview of that next episode. I don't want to spoil much, but I'm going to tell you that our cat, our actual pet cat, appears in that episode. He's going to show up. Our cat has a little, cat meet, right? It's going to have a little section in there, and there's going to be a story with me and my cat that's going to be in it. The chosen one in the series does not have a companion that follows him throughout the whole series. And I could never get my cat to follow me anyway, because that's not going to happen. So I couldn't do that. And the character doesn't really have a companion that travels with him. What we do instead is Willie Rogers. He's the radio DJ pre-war ghoul that talks. Willie Rogers. He did an excellent job. Send a shout out to James. James has done an amazing job on his. It's on the video on the episode. His channel, or who he is, his name, and James did an excellent job on his character. But Willie Rogers kind of acts like the companion in the story because his voice continually shows up on my radio. So I kind of treat it's kind of like he's kind of the voice in the wasteland. He's kind of like the companion that I travel with. Because the Chosen One just doesn't have a companion in the story. He's kind of like the lone wonder, I guess. So, anyway, so there's a lot of cool stuff coming Fallout wise for the channel. One thing I want to say is I know last year, if you subscribe to my channel, if you know, I had a lot of shorts out with prop making stuff. If you saw that, I was making props, or I was reviewing props. I'm still going to do some reviewing prop videos like I've taught. I got one coming out soon here and mailing to my way. But I'm going to be doing less of that this year. Less of like prop making videos because one, I've already made everything I pretty much need for the film. And second, I don't want to really like spoil every single prop for the film that's going to appear. And then finally, it's just tiring. It's kind of tiring putting out these prop making videos. My channel is not about prop. I'm not Mrs. Fallout, and you know what I mean, showing me crafting props or stuff. This is a cinema channel. So I need to get more focus on the actual series and getting it out for you guys. But that's my last thing. That's all I have to say today. But thank you once again. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel, follow us, and we're all about cinema on here, and we're doing Fallout fan stuff. I just hope you have a good Easter. Jesus Christ has risen from the dead, and he is there for us. So if we call upon him. Good to talk. Real Rick Grimes, you have a blessed day. You guys have a good one.